This week's video is another quick flip. So I've had this tabletop in my basement for quite a while, and as you may have heard me mention, we're getting ready to move. So I am needing to pull all these things up, get them sold so that we don't have to move them. Also in that basement was this table base of an ice cream parlor set, complete with 2 chairs. So today we're going to marry the tabletop with this table base and chairs and make a sweet little ice cream parlor set that is very vintagey and chippy looking and looks like it's been around a while. In order to attach the tabletop to the base, I am using these hose clamps. Originally, I was going to try pipe straps, but they were too big, so this is the route that I chose, and they actually worked out perfectly. Once the top was attached to the base, I flipped it and decided to see what my options were for removing most of the paint from the top. As I mentioned, I wanted it to be a chippy look, so I didn't know whether I wanted to remove all of the paint or not, so I soon saw that that wasn't a good option, but I did complete the entire top so that everything would be uniform. So then I pulled out the carbide scraper, and in this application it wasn't working too well. Maybe I'm just not a scraper girl. Anyway, worked at that a little bit and quickly realized that I didn't have time for it, or it just simply wasn't working that well. So that's kind of the way it left. So I decided to go the route of using a chemical stripper. So I apply the stripper and I use an old brush and I just make sure that the stripper covers the entire top of the table. I had also applied some of the stripper to the chair seats, and it was really easy to remove the paint from them, but I did not get it stripped to the completely bare wood. So I was okay with that because everything else was white, so I just went with that, and you'll see how it gets married into that tabletop. I put each of the chairs up on the table and get busy cleaning and also sealing. So sealing is important because I want to make sure that all that chippy paint stays on there and all the rust gets sealed in. So while that stripper was sitting, I was doing the work on the chairs, and then it worked very well to remove most of the paint. I pulled off as much paint as I wanted and then used mineral spirits to neutralize the stripper and smooth out my surface a little bit, get it ready for whatever comes next. I used Dixie Belle's flat clear coat to seal the legs and the sides of the chair and also the legs of the table. I used satin clear coat on the seats and on the tabletop. I'm finishing up the tail end of a small jar that I have, so I actually kind of poured some on the table and went at it that way. And then I ended up opening a second jar, and I used that to complete my first coat and also for my second coat. Are you ready to see how this cute little set turned out? I honestly couldn't love this anymore. I think it's so cute with the chippy paint, yet we know that it's not going to chip because it's sealed in. But just the right amount of white paint was left on the table that kind of matches the worn off white paint that's on the metal chairs. So the rust that's on the chairs kind of offsets the stain that's on the tabletop, and the white paint kind of unifies everything. So this was an example of not a lot of painting, but more so removing and stopping where you want. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, in my description box is the link for Dixie Belle paints and my Amazon wish list. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, how about giving it a thumbs up and also share it with your friends? If you haven't subscribed, you'll want to do that so you don't miss anything. Visit us at LaVintageDecor.company, and on Instagram we're LaVintageDecor, and on Facebook we're LaVintageDecor Altoona. Stay well.